All right, you guys, Ciara in the bonus coming to y'all with a little late night reaction. I was scrolling on Twitter and saw that my goat J. Cole posted a song on his website. So we're gonna listen to it. I got some of the homies with me. Make sure y'all tap in with the Twitch link pinned in the comments. I'm so ready for the fall off. Or it's a boy or whatever he's gonna put out. I'm excited. So I heard that he was sliding on this. It is for us J. Cole fans. So if you're a J. Cole stan, you know what I'm saying? I did just check out that mixtape of Friday Night Lights. I finally got to react to it. I had been saving it for years. So I was like, one day I want to react. Finally did it. It was worth the wait. So let's go ahead and get into it. He got the lyrics on here. I did want to just read the little part he put above this. Just wanted to share, made this a few days ago. Then I added a second verse and was like, man, I got a blog now. I could post whatever I want up there. And I just thought that was cool because I feel like J. Cole has been a perfect example of carving his own lane, even being in the industry, staying tapped in with his fans and leaning into his authenticity. And I got a lot to say about J. Cole and his marketing and his approach to branding and how strong of a core fan base he has. This is just another example of it. What he has with the website, the community chat where it's a bunch of J. Cole fans, him going direct to consumer with vinyls, 10-year anniversary of an album, extra songs, a community chat that J. Cole himself, his manager, and other people on his team have been in with fans. That's just something a lot of people don't do. And this right here, the cLOUDS song, is just another example of that. So he also said, I didn't have a title 20 minutes ago when I decided to really put this up, but now I got one. cLOUDS, produced by DZL, Omen, and small contributions for me. So let's see what he got. Damn.
My niggas be smoking on something loud.
Oh, my God.
Head to the clouds, I ain't been stepping out, tired of sticking out in the crowd. This world is changing.
So already we getting a little singing J. Cole, which it's real hit or miss. It's real hit or miss with him. But over the years, J. Cole's definitely got so much better vocally. And I was just talking to Asena the other day about me appreciating when rappers sing for the expression of it, even if it's not perfect, because it's still they're setting the tone. They want to be that element in their music. Yeah, sure, they could go get a great singer, but I don't know, it's something to it. And I was just going down a list of a bunch of rappers that I felt aren't good singers, but they sang anyway and made bangers with it. Kanye West, Nicki Minaj, J. Cole, Kendrick. He's not a singer. Let's keep it a buck. He's definitely developed a lot over the years. But think about early Kendrick. That didn't sound the best sonically. But he had to keep doing it in order to get better. And J. Cole is one of those where I wanted to give him his credit for the development over the years, because it's night and day. Even just 10 years ago, forget early J. Cole, 10 years ago J. Cole, he's running laps. But this one here, I don't know how I feel about it. I'm gonna keep listening though.
My niggas be smoking on something loud. Head to the clouds, I ain't been stepping out, tired of sticking out in the crowd. This world is changing right in front of me. Gray hairs, I'm aging quicker than I thought I'd be.
This one has a little bit of a weird vibe to it. I like it for the experimental vibe. I see why he didn't release it anywhere else, because you really gotta be a fan to appreciate it. It's almost intentionally off key. I don't know, or the way he's doing the notes, it's just awkward. it's not expected. Like, it doesn't go the way it would typically make sense for him to deliver it. But I feel like he's going for that vibe intentionally. Like, I don't think it's a skill issue. I think it's just, it's kind of weird. But I like the kind of weird stuff from artists because I don't want to just hear the polished stuff. And this is also him following up with what he said on Might Delete Later, where in the closing song, I think Trade the Truth and Ibiza might be the song, where he was talking about not wanting to hold on to all that music and songs that he used to love. He held on to it so long that he don't even put it out, and just, instead of pretending that he's some perfect like artist, why don't I just release everything to the fans? Because J. Cole is that type of artist, just like Kendrick, where they're not dropping projects all the time. Like, they're really gonna take their time with it. So what's interesting to hear is like perspective on that. And then on a song like this, where it's like, this is an example of what he's talking about. But fans like me, I'm gonna appreciate it regardless if I come back to it or not, because I'm like, I'm getting more music from one of my favorite rappers. And I'd rather them spam music and have like a lower success rate in terms of like maybe the song not hitting. I'd rather them just spam music and experiment and just let the fans hear everything, because it's like the one song you don't like could be someone else's favorite. Like, you never know. How would you know if you only put out certain stuff? Like, because that would mean you're having to pick like, oh, what do I think other people would like, like, and I think him and Kendrick, it's like they're making the art for them, but at the same time, when it comes to picking the songs in the album, they are considering what the audience wants to hear more than what they like. Because if it was up to them, they would just put everything out. Like, because there's a lot of songs they like, but you got to look at it from a commercial standpoint too when putting the songs out. So it's like so many good songs or experimental songs that's getting cut out the mix, because you got to make sure you're putting the songs out that's going to appeal the most, right? But that might not be some cool little weird shit you tried, kind of like this, that would never come out. But since he has his own like platform, now he can just release it. He don't even gotta release it on DSPs. He doesn't have to. And then now, the way he got this set up with his community chat, whenever he drops something on here, his community is in there reacting to it. And he might pop in there sometimes. Or he's watching. He's in the chat reading. Like, I saw him talk about just reading all of his fans in there reacting to when he had released the mixtapes for the first time on DSPs, and how that made him feel like early days of when he was starting as an artist. So little things like that is how you can put a song out like this, and then it's like it's going to your core fan base. So like, yeah, they're gonna repost it somewhere else, but for the most part, it's not really gonna hit the airwaves on Twitter, or the Shade Room or something like that. It kind of like allows the artist to put out whatever they want without any risk. Like, okay, some outsiders might hear it, but this is for your core fans.
Please believe these flows teach egos to freeze and then recede. I'm C4 beneath your Jeep the second you turn that keyhole and he blow.
Whoa. Let's run that back. Let's go back. Crazy. We can't just like Cole, hold on. I forgot you was gonna rap on this. Like, I was so stuck on the singing. Please believe these flows teach each egos to freeze and then recede. I'm C4 beneath your Jeep the second you turn that keyhole, then he blows your weak flows right out the water. Like, that's crazy intro. That's a crazy intro. Yeah. This Pete Cole, man. We're looking at Pete Cole. We gotta start that over.
Please believe these flows flows teach egos to freeze and then recede. I'm C4 beneath your Jeep. The second you turn that keyhole, and heat blows, your weak flows right out the water. The father, boy, I work smarter and harder. My style got a restraining order. Don't bother, I charter unseen territories in order to push it farther than you niggas had ever thought. I called a lot of murder charges, turn artists to martyrs. When I rock, that turns to goddess.
Pause. This is getting disgusting.
The way he enunciated that shit, like he made that word fit. Order into order, don't bother, thoughter, yo.
It's the tiny details that the S tier lyricists and wordsmiths, I always talk about this with Kendrick when I break down it's more than the rhymes. It's a different level when you can make the words rhyme that don't obviously rhyme. Like you have to play around with the vowels and the enunciation of how you're saying it, right? And that's a skill. It's because it's like, okay, if you do like you rhyme blue with clue, it's like, okay, that's kind of like obvious. That's like tier
Like
one. Yeah, like
yeah.
But the S tier, like that's what they do. Kendrick, Cole, Eminem, Nas. I mean, all the goats you could think of, like writers, rappers, they all have that ability. Now, varying degrees of it, but Nicki Minaj, another good one too. Especially the artists that have that very like expressive and animation in their voice too, they can do it even more. But J. Cole, for the type of rapper he is, he also has some pretty decent like dynamics with like his vocals rapping. Like he's not on a Kendrick level, you know what I'm saying? or Eminem or Nicki Minaj level with it. But in his own lane, he does it when he needs to make the bars, to accentuate certain parts of the bars to make sure you understand. Like, because there's a way to say the bars where it's not like you're emphasizing a part that rhymes. Like sometimes you have to emphasize that part that rhymes to make it stand out more. And I feel like he's good at doing that in spots where he needs to.
My style got a restraining order, don't bother, I charge.
Let me go back.
The second you turn that keyhole, and heat blows, your weak flows right out the water. The father, boy, I work smarter and harder. My style got a restraining order, don't bother, I charter unseen territories in order to push it farther than you niggas had ever thought. I called a lot of murder charges, turn artists to martyrs. When I rock, that turns to goddess. Fiends turn to kings, dreams turn to things tangible. My hands are full with grands, I pull from stanzas. No, I can't go slow, I'm Sandra Bully. The proceed with speed and don't breathe. Snow Creed, the color that won't heat.
I need that. Whoa, the
reference.
Hold on. Yeah, I gotta go back because he had slipped right out that rhyme skin into something else real quick, and I ain't even catch it. He's just going like I can't keep up. Like I'm trying, but like it's kind of hard.
So smooth with it. It's like the whole verse is like you can just listen to that shit all the way through, and it's just like damn.
He's
like he ain't wasting no seconds on
no breaks in there. He running it.
Ever thought I called a lot of murder charges, turn artists to martyrs. When I rock, that turns to goddess. Fiends turn to kings, dreams turn to things tangible. My hands are full with grands, I pull from stanzas. No, I can't go slow, I'm Sandra Bully. The proceed with speed or don't breathe. Snow Creed, the color that won't heed to the warning. The planet of shake when I'm performing. Tectonic plates from a place with text on their waist, so stay safe or get left with chest on your faces. Death waits for your last of breath. I'ma pass the test, yes, I'm a master chef. Wanna taste and pay for it. They claim the grill, but they sell them straight for it. The pain I feel on my frame gets transmuted to a dangerous flame. I spit fire at the devil while the
angels... Like, I don't know how you actually, like, no shade to no other reactors, but I don't know how you react to this type of song in under 10 minutes. I deadass don't know.
Yeah, like you gotta break down that
bro,
shit,
like
you gotta skip past any of that shit.
No shade, but like there's no way you're actually analyzing what he's saying. Like I can't even give a full analysis because that would probably take an hour, and I'm trying to shorten mine, and it's still probably gonna be 30 minutes. So like, bro, I wish I could like highlight. I think I actually can, but it's like, bro, hold on, you see how many words this is, y'all? Like this one little verse. It's one little verse, like it's levels to it. Hold on, I just wanted to go back to reread this.
Numbers on that shit. I just noticed that shit.
What?
Is he like highlighting his rhyme scheme like in the notes type shit? He got like one next to tectonic, two to plates, and then it's like the next lines afterwards. He's rhyming those fucking words like that. He's
Tectonic.
like, no fucking
Ah,
way, Cole.
hold
You do this shit I
on.
do in my notes.
Hold on.
Okay,
So you talking about
like
this tectonic
he's
plates,
like
death
referencing
weights.
those words so then he can rhyme them.
Oh, tectonic plates.
Text
Text
on
on
their
their
waist, chest
waist.
on your face. So
Stay
stay
safe,
safe,
live with the
like
chest
to
on your
rhyme with
face.
plates and plates,
Death
like
awaits.
yo,
Last
just to keep up with his rhyme scheme like that. It's insane.
two. Oh, like is this it
Yeah,
again?
audio, Barrio card. Yeah, he like
Oh, that's interesting.
he's
So he
like
does that.
highlighting
So
it.
okay, so is basically what he's doing is like signifying where he's changing the rhyme scheme. Like where like he's putting like it's almost like he's using that to mark the word where he's building off of that rhyme scheme or something like that. Like it seems like, okay, I don't write these. I'm Spike Lee, okay, and then it's of the audio. Then back to my burial. Parties got shut up, so I built up my cardio. Barrio, so he probably said barrio, audio, barrio,
Yeah.
cardio, Mario. You know, I'm seeing it now. I get what you're saying. Wow,
Oh my
okay.
God, Cole.
He did it again right here. See? You see that?
Wow.
Two poisonous
Poisonous
seed
seed
indeed.
indeed spreads
Spreads
like
like
weeds.
weeds. The
Ah!
mindset. Dang, hold on, we skipping that. Hold on, hello. Damn, I
Nah,
didn't even
we gotta go
realize.
back.
I
We gotta go
thought,
back.
I
We gotta
thought.
actually listen to the verse. We gotta listen to all
Yeah.
that shit.
Yeah, that
We
nah,
jumping
this
ahead already
man.
because I just noticed that shit.
Barrett, are you hearing this, bro? Are you hearing this man right now? Like, this is like it's like he keeps getting better every time he puts like a song out. Like his writing, bro.
This is a lot of shit to digest. I ain't gonna lie to
I
you.
know I'm struggling.
Yeah,
Like I'm
it's
on
like,
two
gotta
brain
break all that
cells.
shit down.
Like we might have to spin back for a real analysis, like bar for bar.
Real.
Like you know what we could do, because we all got the skill set to do it. We low-key might gotta do a series where we do real like bar breakdown, like analysis, like studying of like just random songs that like got crazy rhyme schemes, wordplay, like, or just skill level like this. It's not any one thing with this song. There's a lot of things here, but there's no way I can spend the full amount of time. I'm really having to cut it down, and people still say my video's long. Well, when there's actual talented artists, it really should be studied like a class. But hip hop and rap does not get the respect that it does. Yeah, they might got Kendrick in some colleges, but they're still not even analyzing it in
Right.
the true complexity of what this is. You actually got to analyze it, bro. It's not enough to just bob your head to the bars and the rhyme schemes. I'm sorry. Like this is a art. This is something that should be studied just like every other language or form of music. Like it's that complex. But we're just so used to brain rot that it's like we've allowed the standard to be people just bobbing their head and emoting to music even when it's complex. Like, I mean, sure, if you don't have the skill set to do it, fine. But don't be trying to bring all that dumbass shit over here, getting mad because somebody actually can have nuance and real analysis. Like, you know, the people that use their brains appreciate it. So shout out to y'all. But it is always like a couple like little squirrel brain people mad that like I give real analysis on complex music. Like, this is absolutely ridiculous. Like, even if this had that little what's y'all know the little thing where they show the lyrics and they highlight the rhyme schemes, even that wouldn't do it justice. Even that wouldn't fully do it justice. Like that would be cool, but even that is like a simplified version of the complexity here, because how do you represent in colors the transitions he has between these rhyme schemes, or
Like, that's
cadences
just
or
one layer
flows.
to it, too.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Right. So it's like even that quote unquote analysis is surface level, where it's like, are you analyzing how he's, first of all, the breath control it takes to do this? Because he's not just
Actually
punching in.
insane.
Yeah, he's not
I
just
would
punching
know.
in
That's
like,
insane.
yeah. And then he's able to effortlessly switch like his delivery, rhyme scheme, cadence, like everything. Like, bro, and it's seamless too. It's seamless. That's skill level. Like, that's experience. That doesn't just happen like out of nowhere, you know? Like, that's people having to actually be dedicated to their craft, not just the lifestyle. But you know, some people who are even talented get caught up in the lifestyle and they don't develop because their default is good and gets them good results. But you have to want to be great to like go that extra step to get what you wanted. Money, the hustle, you know, the lifestyle, the credit, the power, the money, and still want to get better. That's when the greats start separating themselves. And I think that's what J. Cole said when he released the off season. That was one of the motivations, not wanting to get comfortable with where he was at, because he knew there was still another level he could go. He asked himself, do I want to walk away from my career knowing that there was another level that I could have went if I pushed myself? He said no. So this is the result of that. Like, it's just crazy. Like, and like I said, the little behind the scenes and content that J. Cole puts out, those little things matter, because I'm thinking about that thing he put in a random documentary leading up to that documentary, and now I'm seeing it unfold. It's one thing to hear someone talk about it, but it's another to like see the result. Like, oh, he's staying true to this because I'm hearing it in the music. He's not just saying, oh yeah, I'm making myself do writing drills and da-da-da for the aesthetic. You can tell, like 1000%.
To the warning, a planet of shake when I'm performing. Tectonic plates from a place with text on their waist, so stay safe or get left with chest on your faces. Death waits for your last breath. I'ma pass the test. Yes, I'm a master chef.
I
Taste
lost
and
it.
pay for. They claim they're real,
I
but
lost
they sell them
it.
straight for. The pain I feel on my frame gets transmuted to a dangerous flame. I spit fire at the devil while the
I'm lost. Yeah. I remember. Oh, it was right here. Okay. It's so many words. Yeah, like I can't. Okay, the tectonic plates.
From a place with a tech on your waist, like,
yeah, that shit tough, man.
As the breath, I'm a pass
Fire
the test.
in the
Yes,
booth.
I'm a master chef, wanna taste and pay
Okay.
for. They claim they're real, but they sell them straight for.
Somewhere
the pain
here.
I feel on my frame gets transmuted to a dangerous flame. I spit fire at the
Okay.
devil while the angels sing. The
There we
flow
go.
changed, but remains the same. I'm plain Jane, out of chain on my neck, but shine like baguettes. Ashamed how to flex the rhyme like the rest. My mind's quite depressive.
That
I don't
right
write
there is what I'm talking about. That line right there. The flow changed, but Jermaine's, first of all, the flow changed, but Jermaine's the same. I'm plain Jane, not a chain on my neck, but shine like baguettes. That one line right there, you see how he transitioned? He used that line to transition to a whole new like rhyme scheme, like effortlessly. You couldn't even notice that he went to like the confidence there too. Like, bro, is the combination of all of it. This is greatness, chat. This is greatness. Like, bro, he really just did that. The pain I feel on my frame gets transmuted to a dangerous flame.
Rhyme like the rest.
Huh? Like, as death awaits for your last breath, I'ma pass the test. Yes, I'm a master chef. I want to taste and pay for it. They claim they're real, but they're seldom straightforward. The pain I feel on my frame gets transmuted to a dangerous flame. I spit fire at the devil while the angels sing. The flow changed, but remains the same. I'm plain Jane. Not a chain on my neck. Not a chain. That one right there. That's the transition phrase. I'm plain Jane, not a chain. That's the end of it. He ended it in a awkward. He didn't end it at the end of the line. He ended it at the start of the next line. That right there, that's the lyrical wizardry right there, where it's like you're finding different spots to start and stop your rhyme scheme, and it's not at the end or at the beginning as expected. Like, You know what I'm saying? Because he's finishing this rhyme scheme not at the end of this, like you would expect. He's ending it at the beginning and setting up the next rhyme scheme in this. So he's doing two. He's finishing one rhyme scheme at the beginning and starting another in the second half. Like he has two different rhyme schemes in one line. Like that right there is hard. Like that is hard to do and make it sound good. And then the way he just like flows into it. I'm playing Jane, not a chain on my neck, but shine like baguettes. And a shame, not a flex to rhyme like the rest. A shame, like even the way like, he said that
whole sentence was a goddamn rhyme scheme.
Yes.
And then you just rhymed the sentence with another sentence. What the fuck?
Who does this? Who does this?
Like that's hard to do. Like
on my neck,
writer, that's insanely hard to do. Rhyming a whole sentence with another
sentence. Yeah,
sentence,
I'm just
to then transition that shit into another rhyme scheme while keeping the previous one enough to transition into another one. Like
so, like he's doing both rhyme schemes. Man. He's doing both rhyme schemes at the same time. He's still continuing off the plain Jane and doing the new one at the same time. Like
that's the transition right there. That's insane.
Right. He transitioned it and went back to it. Not a chain, a shame. Like he went back to it. Like he doubled back. And then still went back to the new one. Like, okay, so old rhyme scheme, new rhyme scheme. Old rhyme scheme, new rhyme scheme. Like, and then continuing new rhyme scheme. Like, it's just that awkward, like not predictable like approach that just keeps you like so engaged because it's like you don't know what's next. Like he's just switching this shit so
like he's
smooth.
Playing around on this shit.
Yeah,
like, this, bro.
Yeah, he needs to be nerfed.
Taste and pay
That's
for.
it.
They claim they're real, but they sell them straight for. The pain I feel on my frame gets transmuted to a dangerous flame. I spit fire at the devil while the angels sang. The flow changed, but remains the same. I'm plain Jane, not a chain on my neck, but shine like baguettes. A shame, not a flex to rhyme like the rest. My mind's quite depressed if I don't write these. I'm Spike Lee at the audio. Back in my barrio, parties got shot up, so I built up all my cardio. Dodge shells, collect coins like a Mario, but this is not a game and experience. I'm serious, nigga.
Yeah.
Bro, that flow.
He just casually did that, like at the end, like.
God damn, I didn't think he'd flow like that on that.
Me neither. I gotta hear that again.
Caught me all the way off guard.
Coins like a Mario, but this is not a game.
I gotta go back.
Go back. Not a flex to rhyme like the rest. My mind's quite depressed if I don't write these. I'm Spike Lee at the audio. Back in my barrio, parties got shot up, so I built up all my cardio. Dodge shells, collect coins like a Mario, but this is not a game and experience. I'm serious, nigga.
This is not a. Oh, and then you see the way he like, the way he held on to that gaming to make it on time. Because naturally the rhythm of the word doesn't fit, but that's the type of shit that the small details where it's like the skill level is showing right there. Yeah, because it doesn't match with the rhythm of the previous lines, but the way he expressed it, the way he delivered it, he made it fit. That's like S tier right there. Wow, bro really just did that.
I just think it's so funny that he described it as like, oh, well, this is just something I wrote. Just something I wanted to share.
Oh yeah, just wrote it a few days ago. Like, yeah.
Just with like the craziest goddamn, like, come on, Cole, you know what you're doing.
This some of his.
Cole.
I ain't gonna lie, this some of his best, like writing. Like I'm really struggling.
Like,
yeah. I'm struggling to think of many.
Is like fucking better than like a lot of artists out there.
Yeah.
Like unreleased shit like this solo is a lot of shit, and it's not even like a real officially released thing technically, because it's just like, oh yeah, I just wrote this in my notes. Fuck it, I'll give it to y'all just to listen to, just some light.
Oh yeah, just some shit I just scrabbled the other day, nothing serious. Like I'm not even gonna put on DSPs, like I'm gonna just put over here for y'all, like only one of my best like pieces of written work ever. Like,
Yeah, like what the fuck, Cole? The fall off better be fucking
the
fall
fall
off.
off's gonna be crazy.
Get fall off, please.
Look,
Please.
if this
God,
what we're
better
getting
come
on,
like this.
yeah, if this what we're getting on the fall off, bro, like,
Be it
bro,
for a
this is gonna be
fucking treat,
crazy.
man.
This is gonna be
Oh,
crazy,
God.
bro.
Game and
Let me go
experience, I'm
back.
serious, nigga.
Let
Back
me
in my
go back.
barrio, parties got shot up, so I built up all my cardio. Dodge shells, collect coins like a Mario, but this is not a game and experience, I'm serious, nigga.
Isn't that game experience serious?
I'm high, so I feel like that.
He on the vocals. He sounds good.
Yeah.
I like that.
Smoking on something loud. Head to the clouds. I ain't been stepping out. Tired of sticking out in the crowd. This world is changing right in front of me. Gray hairs, I'm aging quicker than I thought I'd be. I'm that bass in your trunk, the bullet that missed Trump, the gun that jammed, cause it seemed God had other plans. The son of man extending his hand, the son of Sam, and forgiveness for all of the homicides we witnessed. The over dramatized, the traumatized with sickness, thrown in a pan and caramelized for richness, and served on a plate with sirloin steak to billionaires who don't care. The world's gonna break long as they make money off it. Pain brings profit, one man gains it soon as the next man lost it. There's a bridge you can walk to hear God talk, but there are real slim odds a rich man crosses, cause greed is a poisonous seed indeed. As it spreads like weeds through the mind's apple trees, I proceed with caution, and I'm not flossing. Unlike some, I'm not defined by my fortune, I'm defined by rhymes. Though I'm in my prime, there was times that I was down cause I thought I lost it, but no, lo and behold, as my poetry grows, I give all glory to God as the story unfolds.
Bro,
I have to point that out. I have
that
to.
entire fucking thing that he just said in that, like the beginning of that entire goddamn verse, he's talking his shit.
Like,
Bro,
first,
the whole bro, that whole fucking
Fucking
spiritual, like righteousness, God, like
yeah,
fucking theme that he
that
just
shit
ran
right
with. Oh my
there.
god.
There's a bridge you can walk to hear God talk, but there are real slim odds of a rich man crosses. Cause the greed is a poisonous seed indeed, as it spreads like weeds through the mind's apple trees.
Bro,
Come
like,
on.
Oh
I
my
proceed with caution, and I'm not
bro.
flossing. Unlike some, I'm not defined by my fortune. I'm defined by rhymes, though I'm in my prime. I have to hear how he said that. He had said that shit in a way where it set up this. Like, I'm already peeping where he going with that. Bro.
Oh my God, dude. Like, what the fuck, Cole? What the fuck?
He just ran that shit.
This is
He
a
did a
throwaway. We cook, man. We cook. Nah,
pre-GG's.
the world ain't
Pre-GG's.
ready.
I ain't gonna lie. J. Cole might recover his legacy.
Yo,
I ain't gonna
he can
lie.
redeem himself. I believe in him. After hearing this, it's not even over. We halfway through and it's not even over, bro.
He said it. He's setting the bar. Cause like it's been some conversations where people are trying to say it's laughable to put J. Cole in a conversation with Kendrick in terms of like skill, like, you know, technical skill. And I'm just like, look, I get it. I've been a person that listened to equally as much Kendrick and Cole the whole time. So they're both good in their own rights. But to act like J. Cole is just some, like, for people to put Drake in the convo over Cole as a
Hell no.
rapper and seriously be like, oh, Cole can't compare, even Drake's better. I'm just like, are y'all like slow? Like, or
Let's
like,
keep in mind too, Cole wrote this.
he did.
Cole wrote this. Cole wrote this fucking shit.
Not a sweatshop.
This, yeah, like it's not. Oh, I had some people help me write. No, he knows how to do this rhyme scheme shit and flow like this, and just the inner fucking rhymes with the rhymes
Yes.
and bars. And he's talking. He's not just rhyming
Yeah.
the rhyme. He's fucking saying shit in there.
Real ass shit.
Meaningful shit too. Introspective shit. Like what the fuck?
Yeah.
Go.
He's not just doing the lyrical miracle just with the rhymes.
Yeah.
Like he's saying real, like dropping gems on some like philosopher type shit. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
And look, I don't know, man. Look, some people say J. Cole is like his writing is shallow, like he doesn't have depth, which I don't think is true. As a person that's listened to all of his music,
Cap.
I just think that's wild to say. Like, okay, compared to Kendrick, it's Kendrick. Like, come on, bro. Like,
Yeah, that
like,
bro's just from outer space. Cause like no fun, like he's not human. But
yeah.
at the same time, let's not pretend Cole hasn't said profound shit before. Like, come on, he's got the writing ability clearly. Like, and the fact that he's actually saying shit on there that's like real world shit
Mm-hmm.
going on with like the whole greed shit.
Yep.
Like,
There was a part in here where he said something about caramelized. Okay, here it goes. This part. Okay. Da-da-da. All right, he said, in forgiveness for all the homicide we witnessed, the over-dramatized, the traumatized with sickness, thrown in the pan and caramelized for richness, and served on a plate with sirloin steak. To billionaires who don't care the world's gonna break, long as they make money off it, pain brings profit. One man's gains it soon as the next man lost it. Now, that part, I just thought it was real interesting how he like phrased that, you know, over dramatized and traumatized with sickness, thrown in a pan and caramelized for richness. Like, that's such a specific way to say it, because when you caramelize something, you basically have to like damn near burn it. Like, it's like close to burning it. It's like right on the line between getting burnt and being caramelized. But like that represents, it's like you say you're getting fried in life. Like life is frying you. So say you have whatever obstacles, poverty, whatever. Society is set up that way because the pain brings profit. But then it made me think about, you know, served on a plate with sirloin steak to billionaires who don't care. You know, those are the people who are invested in the music industry. You know, just alone, like analyzing it off music, the artists are the things being thrown in a pan, right? Because their trauma is what's being, let's just say, cooked, caramelized, right? When something's caramelized, it's something that it's a preference, like in terms of like giving it to people, like they prefer something being caramelized, or it's for flavor, or it has depth, right? It has depth to it. That is the artists that have gone through the pain and trauma, turn that into music, and essentially their trauma is being served up on a silver platter as a consumable. And it's like, it's a cycle where like the billionaires who control society create poor circumstances and create these problems that traumatize people, and then they can make money off the trauma and the pain that people had by giving them a record deal where they're exploiting them, making money off of them, taking their masters, taking their rights to their, you know, merch, whatever, money they get from shows, like all types of things. That's kind of what he made me think off of that, because it applies to the music industry, but it also applies to the whole world. Because say like the way our society's set up creates a lot of stressors for people. Then there's industries to help people with the stressors. There's drugs that you can buy, you know, to help you. There's a weight loss plan to help you. You can buy the solution. You know, mental health and physical health are commodified. These are privileges that, you know, you could have different qualities of these things depending on what financial circumstance you're in. And then when you experience the negatives of not having much, you end up having to pay a higher cost for being poor, or whatever problem you have. If it's a mental health problem you can't get taken care of, it affects your life. And then there's a solution that's being sold to you to make money off of your pain. So in every aspect of our society, our health, why is healthcare broken up into mental health and then eye care and then dental and then like It's all overall your health. All of them are connected. But nah, they have to commodify it and break it all up. Every single thing in our life is like that. In music industry, it's just one form of it, where it's like people look at it like, oh, they're millionaires, like they're rich, like they're complaining. But what they experience is just on a higher level in terms of how much money's on the table. But all of us are being exploited. All of us are being exploited. It's always someone there to prey on whatever pain or trauma people go through. And they're already there to, you know, give you a solution, or, you know, put you in a predatory loan, or put you in a predatory, because that's essentially what it is with like a lot of the music. So that's just one thing that I feel like communicating that idea in this way, I just felt like was really, really different, because there's so many ways you could say that. And that's the thing, where it's like, you can talk about the same thing over and over and it work. You just have to present it in a different way. And it's like J. Cole's talked about this concept before, but not exactly like this. That's where it's like the artistry and the poetry really comes out. When it's like, you can say it direct and straight up, but it's like, it's cool, but like, it's also cool to see the greats communicate those complex ideas in a poetic way that's not always straightforward, where you have to kind of analyze it a little bit. I don't want to get all the lines the first time I listen. I don't know. Like, I like to go back and find nuggets and be like, oh, that's what they meant. Like, I like that little epiphany moment. And then when you have someone like Cole, you got so much content, you gonna have those moments multiple times. Like,
absolutely.
And that's the fun part. Hold on, let me go back.
Thrown in a pan and caramelized for richness, and served on a plate with sirloin steak to billionaires who don't care the world's gonna break. Long as they make money off it, pain brings profit. One man gains it soon as the next man lost it. There's a bridge you can walk to hear God talk, but there are real slim odds a rich man crosses, cause greed is a poisonous seed indeed. As it spreads like weeds through the mind's apple trees, I proceed with caution, and I'm not flossing. Unlike some, I'm not defined by my fortune, I'm defined by rhymes. Though I'm in my prime, there was times that I was down cause I thought I lost it, but no, lo and behold,
then
as my
he went back
grows,
to
I
it.
give all glory to God as the story unfolds, and the gray hairs that grow on my head will show. Ain't no time limit to get it, you ain't never too old, so keep hold of your dream, no matter how it seems. If you don't water your lawn, well then it won't stay green. I seen babies turn fiends, addicted to the screen. The dad shares, cashiers replaced by machines. Don't buy, subscribe, so you can just stream your content like rent. You won't own a thing before long.
Oh, he talking about the algorithm now. Now he talking about, that's why it's called the algorithm. Whoa. He just got into some things. I didn't think it was going there. Like I seen babies turn fiends. Yeah, me too. Yeah, I noticed that too. Look at this though. I seen the babies turn fiends, addicted to the screen. One of the few artists I've ever heard talk about the iPad kid epidemic. We were just talking about this the other day.
Yep, we sure
That's
were.
crazy. Their dad shares cashiers replaced by machines. Don't buy, subscribe so you can just stream. Cole getting real radical. I mean, you should be able to tell just by this website where he's at with it. Shop, like, they got all the music direct to consumer, and he sold a lot. And then the podcast, like, dude, like, he got this shit on lock. Now this, don't buy, subscribe so you can just stream your content like rent. You won't own a thing. That is so crazy. He bringing that up because that is an agenda by the what do you call them, hedge funds and all them that's been buying houses. There was this they have these think tanks where all these rich, powerful people get together and plot how they're going to control the world, essentially. I mean, it's no Illuminati. It's, you can literally look it up on YouTube. Like, but one of their things was, oh, people need to get used to not owning anything. Like, oh, it's good to rent. Like, now, don't get me wrong, like, renting alone isn't bad, but they want to make us rent everything. the subscriptions is the start of it, because you used to own your music. I heard the game developers talking about, oh, you should start getting used to not owning your games anymore. So it's really across the board subscriptions. A lot of companies that used to have licenses that you could buy all together, some of them stopped doing it, and now you have to do a monthly subscription or yearly. So it's across the board. Music, all types of creative fields. I mean, it's everywhere. Even subscription for food stuff. Like, dude, it's crazy. But it's an overall push because it's about just making more money. And these like Spotify, the labels, you know, they're making their money, but the artists are getting the short end of the stick. But this right here, before long, all the songs the world sings will be generated by the latest of AI regimes.
Shit. I ain't even hear him say
Hold
it
on,
yet.
I don't need to. Hold on, let me go back.
Walk to hear God talk, but there are real slim odds a rich man crosses. Cause greed is a poisonous seed indeed. As it spreads like weeds through the mind's apple trees, I proceed with caution. And I'm not flossing, unlike some, I'm not defined by my fortune. I'm defined by rhymes, though I'm in my prime. There was times that I was down cause I thought I lost it. But no, lo and behold, as my poetry grows, I give all glory to God as the story unfolds. And the gray hairs that grow on my head will show. Ain't no time limit to get it, you ain't never too old. So keep hold of your dream, no matter how it seems. If you don't water your lawn, well then it won't stay green. I seen babies turn fiends, addicted to the screen. The dad shares, cashiers replaced by machines. Don't buy, subscribe so you could just stream your content like rent. You won't own a thing. Before long, all the songs the whole world sings will be generated by latest of AI regimes. As all of our favorite artists erased by a screen from the wayside. Hey, whatever happened to human beings?
Yeah, I do see that.
He mentioned that shit. He mentioned the AI shit.
So I said it like that.
Damn.
Yeah.
Damn.
My niggas be smoking on something loud.
Damn.
Abrupt
Comments.
end. Yeah. Yeah.
You need to drop the shit on
Spotify right now. Yeah.
I will find you. This needs to be painted in bright red.
Wow.
We gotta put a stop to AI. Facts.
Yep. The reel is back. Oh my lord.
I'm dead. No words, just that's how I feel.
Crying, fire, yeah.
Nah.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Dang,
Also,
man.
the production on that, bro, that beat, that's a J. Cole beat, like, for sure. Like, I've heard a lot of J. Cole beats, but, like, yo, just, that's a perfect kind of beat for J. Cole to just, like, talk his shit on. Like, it's so calm
It's so
and beautiful,
chill.
and he's just, like,
I mean, he
he's just
really
like,
made
hey,
that.
yo, the world fucked up. It's like, damn.
Yo, real analysis. What are y'all final thoughts on this before we, you know, let YouTube go?
Man, this song right here, like, listen, I haven't listened to J. Cole very much. I've heard a little bit of his stuff here and there, but never like a whole album. But after hearing this and hearing the fact that the fall off is like maybe probably coming like soon or later, yo, this got me excited. Cole, I gotta do my homework on Cole, man. He got it. He for real got it.
Now, like I said, that pie off of Might Delete Later, if you gotta pick one, I would say just go with that one. Go with that one in terms of like, cause even though it was him, Ab, and him and Absol and Daylight, he still held his own, like,
Oh, I would have
perfect, like,
held his own.
like, look, I'm dying to see who you think had the best verse, cause like I still think it's Cole, but I am biased, so I gotta hear from your POV. I'm curious to see. But y'all tap in with Senna, the C1NNA. Senna's gonna be tagged in the video.
Yeah.
Barrett, what were you thinking? You any final thoughts on this one?
I I think that the hip hop community, in terms of like the people who love hip hop and love the industry and all these different artists, I think it's time that we revisit you know the upper echelon in terms of where guys belong at and where J. Cole stands in that, because I'll be honest, right? I've told Ciara this multiple times, but I never really took the time to really listen or kind of dive into Cole's music and his discography. I mean, he's I've always known that he's one of the better rappers of this generation, but I it's like you have a different appreciation for things when you experience it, And I'll be honest, the shit that I was just listening to him uh write and you know, vocalize himself on in this song is crazy. I mean, it's like this is like this is the epitome of going down the rabbit hole when you talk about lyricism and layers and just depth and just how much you can digest in one song and just how deep things can get. And yeah, J. Cole will always command my respect in that regard. And as always, every time I listen to anything that Ciara puts me onto or puts anybody onto, because she knows him better than any of us, he never fails to impress me and to leave me in awe in terms of his skill, his ability, and just his God-given talent. When it comes to this whole rap thing. So um, yeah, the whole Drake and J. Cole thing, that's dead. So we can just stop that right now. That's dead. I mean, it's been dead, but like now, like if people were to listen to these like singles and these EPs that he's been dropping lately, let alone if this album that he's putting out pretty soon, if it's gonna sound very similar to what we just listened to right now, um, yeah, the whole Drake conversation between him and J. Cole, that's a waste of time. You're just wasting your breath at that point. Like, just stop. So, yeah, J. Cole is still, without a doubt, one of the best rappers in the game when you talk about just the ability of rapping. Uh, and that's something that we have to give him his flowers for and give him his credit, because he, whether you want to argue Kendrick or J. Cole, it's I mean, at that point, it's whoever you like. If you like Kendrick more, nobody can really argue against you for that. If you like J. Cole more, nobody can really argue you against that. So, but he's that good. He is that good, and he's proven, again, you know, let alone time and time again, why he's one of the best, if not, the best of this generation in terms of just rapping ability. And it's not even close compared to a lot of other guys. So hats off to Cole for how good he is and proving people wrong in a very, very nonchalant, like not even really trying to type of way, which is the thing that really impresses me, because that's just the energy I get. He's
Mhm.
not he doesn't showboat, he's not arrogant, he doesn't talk about himself in that regard. He doesn't express himself as like, oh, I'm the best. He just goes into a studio booth, he writes lyrics, and he gets on a track and he vocalizes it, and it comes out to be fire and hard as hell, and doesn't beat his chest or anything like that, and just continues on to the next track. That's the thing I respect the most about him and I love the most about him. So yeah, hats off to Cole for how well he came off on this track, and I look forward to the album for sure whenever it drops.
Yo, whenever that comes out, y'all, we gotta do a group reaction because that's gonna be a movie.
Mhm.
Like, I'm
Yeah.
already knowing that's gonna be like that. Okay, at this rate that he's going, that is going to be his best album. Like, it's going to.
It has
There's
to
no
be.
way that, because it's like each project that he put out, rapping wise, like skill wise, it's like, whoa, like he's still getting better. And he said that in his own song. Like, I forgot the word or the phrase he's used, but he basically said, usually by my age, rappers are washed, but I'm actually still getting better. Where it's like, he's not just saying that just to say it, like it shows in the projects. Like the off season was what, like 2022? So 3 years ago, and between then and now, he's almost like, I think it's like 40. Like usually by this point, like washed rappers are washed and played out. Like definitely not getting better. Like you might be saying, oh, their best album was within their first like 5-10 years. Like, you know, it's usually, oh yeah, the album from back in the day, like, or they used to be good. But it's like him, he's still peaking. That's crazy. Like to be honest, like this might be a hot take, but I'm gonna just say it for the plot. I feel like Kendrick has reached his not limit, but he's close to his ceiling. He's closer to his ceiling as a rapper than J. Cole. Like, cause it seemed like J. Cole hit a ceiling, and then it kept going and kept going and kept going. It's like, okay, this is it, right? And then he keep going, and I'm like, wait, you're still like, hold on, he keep leveling up. I'm like, okay, we just have to expect continued growth, because to me, he's pushing his pen. Like, it's not like, oh, I'm just making songs just to get by and to do something for my fans, like, or for the radio. He's putting out shit that's like somewhat profound. Like, and to me, everything doesn't need to be super deep and super complex, because I could sit here and tell you why Kendrick Lamar isn't as deep as people thinks he is. As much as I love him, in terms of like what the stuff he's saying, and then like his actions, certain stuff, the way he's portrayed is a lot more radical than he really is what I will say. Because when we get down to history and the people he's mentioned in his music, Huey Newton, you know, people like the Black Panthers, things like that, his music and whole existence does not even align with that. And like, there's a real conversation to be had. It's deep for people who don't know history. I'll just say that. Or people that don't know Black people. Yeah, it's deep. When you, of course, if you knew nothing and you listen to a Kendrick Lamar album, it's like a whole new world open for you, because you're like, wow, like I never thought about this, or that's so profound, da 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 da. But it's like, when it comes to like the true depth of it, that would be Lupe Fiasco, because he stood by what he said in his music so much that that's why he got canceled and blackballed, because he said fuck Obama, he's a terrorist, and free Palestine. So that to me, that is what it would look like if what Kendrick says in his music, if he was as radical as he's portrayed to be. It's not him portraying himself that way, it's the way people look at him. Like, kind of like what Drake said, oh, he rapped like he trying to get the slaves free. Like, oh, he's supposed to be the savior. Now, he done said he ain't a savior 50 million times. They won't listen, right. But I'm just saying, off the perception, you would think, off the way he would portray him, that he would be more radical than he is. Like, kind of like they say AOC is radical. She's a radical leftist. But it's like, she's really not even that much of a leftist. Like, because if you really were a real leftist, you wouldn't support war. You wouldn't sign any bill, you know, signing off on a war or a military budget. So it's like, it's relative, right? Compared to our society, that's someone on the left. But in the grand scheme worldwide, on the true political spectrum, not America's, that is like, you are in the center. Like, so it's things like that where it's like, it keeps popping up, where it's layers to the depth. And then it's like, that's why it's good to have the range. You got a J. Cole for, I feel, a different type crowd, where maybe he don't go as deep as Kendrick, but how he does it can still reach people, which was the whole beef he had with No Name, which people keep saying that he was attacking her, which, where are y'all getting that from? Like, I really wonder, like, that was not even a real beef. They had two different philosophies on how you can reach people. J. Cole feel like he could do it through music. No Name feel like you need to study the academia and literature and all that. J. Cole's point was, hey, everyone can't be reached through a book. you have to understand how the education system is set up to where there's failing literacy rates like across the board. So you're literally gatekeeping or like closing off a certain subset of people if your standard is you have to study the literature and you have to read these theories and philosophers in order to have a valid opinion. Which that was a great point from J. Cole, because everyone can't go that far, but you could still teach them a lesson. And that's what I feel like J. Cole's superpower is. Making it simple enough to understand, also having the complexity mixed in there, having the depth, but also keeping it somewhere surface level. I think that's a skill too. I think it's a skill to not go too deep to where you lose people. Because you can go too far with it, you know?
Right.
And then maybe it doesn't sound good as a song. So there's pros and cons to like each way, which is why I feel like Kendrick is a alien, because he somehow found a way to do both, like go as deep as you can take people, like, or push them a little further than what they're willing to go and make it still sonically sound good and still have the skill level. Like, that's such a rare combo where you're like, God, I could glaze Kendrick all day, but I digress. But I'm just saying that's Kendrick's superpower. So that's it from us. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna drop Barrett and Senna socials in the comments. Y'all let me know what you think. This is the channel for real thinkers. So if you guys like real thoughts, real analysis, drop a follow to the Twitch, pull up, drop a sub to the channel, leave a like, comment. Let me know what y'all thought. What was y'all's favorite parts of this? We are definitely gonna have the longest reaction, but you know what? It's gonna be the best one too. I said it. You heard it here first.
If I speak, I am in big trouble. Big trouble. And I don't want to be in big trouble.
Imagine having a 10-minute or 8-minute reaction to this type of song. I'm just saying.
How? How can you do that? How?
Hey man, people do it. Hey, if you emote and you dance and you go crazy, like, people want to see that. But the ones that want to see the real, let me know in the comments that if y'all appreciate the real conversation analysis, because I think hip hop and rap deserves to be analyzed on an in-depth level. And yeah, people are gonna say, oh, your video's too long. I guarantee you I have the most nuanced reaction out there, guaranteed. It's not long for no reason. You know, I'm gonna keep doing it. I'm gonna keep doing it because the right people are gonna find it. And my fellow hip hop lovers and people that love the culture, I know y'all will appreciate it. And I do these videos for y'all. So if that's you, I appreciate you. Make sure you leave a like, comment, and subscribe. And until next time, y'all, I'm outie.